will tell you about a bad relationship that I deal with every single week, and that is the one that I have with the New York Giants. This week was just a pummeling of emotions as you sat here and watched me painfully observe. The Giants lose 40-37. There were so many chances and so many opportunities for them to win this game. Not to mention the fact that Russ goes for over 400 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. Wan'Dale Robinson's awesome. Malik Neighbors is awesome.
Stud.
The defensive line and pass rush was smothering Dak Prescott. But they gave up 160 yards of penalties. They had 14 penalties. And it was summed up by the stupidity of the coaching staff, which today Brian Daboll avoided answering the question regarding this. They decided with 25 seconds left to give Dak Prescott in a wide open lane to connect with Jake Ferguson because they dropped their safeties way too far back. That allowed for a completion that set up a Brandon Aubrey field goal as the biggest leg kicker in the NFL.
64-yard field goal.
I knew he was going to make it.
Of course he would.
He's a
machine.
guarantee. He's got a huge leg.
He's awesome.
They didn't think to say, hey, if they're going to beat us over the top, they deserve to beat us over the top. Let's not give them the layup by allowing them to get to the 50-yard line to kick a game-tying field goal. The minute that happened, I knew that the game was over and they didn't deserve to win it. This Giants team sucks. They don't do the little things right. The execution is terrible. Daboll is going to be gone soon. There's nothing new to talk about here.
Easy, buddy. Easy. There's so much here to talk about. There's so much here to talk about with New York.
Fuck you.
I'm telling you, this Giants team got me really excited yesterday. Really, really excited. In a crazy loss, credit to the Cowboys. They have the best they have the best special teams weapon in the NFL. Brandon Aubrey is phenomenal. Like an absolute, like how people used to talk about Ray Guy and the old Raiders special teams units. That's how we should be talking about the Cowboys and Brandon Aubrey. Just fantastic talent. The Giants showed me a lot yesterday. The defense is fun. They have a good buzz about them. The Giants haven't had an energy about them in the forever in the Daboll era.
This isn't an energy.
This is a good energy.
No.
I'm not. Follow me, man.
You're setting yourself up for me to torch you in this next
There's
segment.
no
Don't miss me with that bullshit.
They've got a great energy.
100. That was a bad voice crack. 160 yards of penalties is good energy,
it's
Sean.
Good energy. Malik Neighbors is good energy. Yeah, an unstoppable force on the outside is a good energy.
I'm not gonna let you do this.
A defensive line that can constantly cause havoc is good energy.
Stop patronizing me.
I'm not.
Stop patronizing me.
This is what they should do. All right.
You're a real piece of shit. You know that?
This is what the Giants should do.
This is what bad friends do.
They need to save their season. We can agree. And this is a salvageable season. And I've never said that about the Giants since
No, it's not.
It is.
Stop. You can't say that statement
really
seriously and not think that you're effing with me.
Joe, you put up 37 points against the Cowboys. The last 2 years, you've gotten drubbed by them. Didn't you open up the season with them a couple years ago, lose 40-3?
We get drubbed by them.
You put up 37 against this team. It's salvageable. This is what happens. Russell Wilson has a couple games a year where he's really special, and he explodes. Last year, he did it against the Bengals, put up 44 points, 414 yards, 3 touchdowns, and moved Pittsburgh to 9-3 before they fell off a cliff. And everyone knew the Russell Wilson cliff fall was going to happen. This game right here, it happened in week 2. You know what you do? Sell high. Sell Russell Wilson high. So you go trade him to the Bengals, trade him to Minnesota, trade him to Cleveland. You get Russell Wilson out stock high, get like a 5th-round pick back. I don't care what you get for him because the drop-off is going to happen, and he will regress to that awful mean that we've seen from him in the last 6 or so years. Then, while the boys are still buzzing and the season is optimistic and new off of a good high-scoring loss, he went to overtime with the Cowboys, who was the clear 3 in the NFC East. Then you bring in Jaxson Dart. While the guys are buzzing, you have an energetic young quarterback who we both have some kind of belief in. How can you not buy into this? You could get a return on a dog water quarterback that's playing well right now, have Jaxson Dart take the helm, and you're not without a good backup in Jameis in case something happens to Dart.
You think, okay, here's the problem that you just outlined here.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't doing any of that shit.
I know they won't.
They're not doing any of that.
They should. They really should.
Brian Daboll couldn't even explain to the media today why they left the 50-yard line wide open and a path for Ferguson to run up the middle of the field. Do you think that they have that type of strategic thinking at the current moment? Brian Daboll, his tone when speaking to the media has been borderline. Actually, I'm not going to say the word I wanted to say. He seems awfully depressed. He seems awfully,
I gotcha.
awfully, like really feels like he's given up.
He shouldn't.
But they're not going to do any of this.
Oh.
Joe Shane's one of the biggest morons of a general manager that you're going to find. He has some of the worst track record. He has the worst track record of a general manager for the Giants that I can think of. And the last guy was David Gettleman.
Here's what I'll say. I think those guys are all
trade happen that you're saying.
I think that you are smarter than both of those guys. So do you like this idea?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Do you like this
idea? Don't have to. I could play in hypothetical world as much as I want. And I'm not going to because the realistic smart thing to do doesn't happen with this team. It doesn't. It doesn't.
Okay. Would you, if in the hypothetical world, if you weren't even making this call?
Don't
if
ask
you were,
me a hypothetical hypothetical.
If you were in the hypothetical world on hypothetical X, the hypothetical everything app,
would asking you tweet me more hypotheticals. Keep asking me. No, I wouldn't tweet good move because there'd be some sort of there'd be something coming. There would be some sort of.
You're still in the hypothetical world. You're waiting for the other shoe to drop still. Oh, that stinks.
Yesterday was literally the example of that. It felt the whole time I kept saying to you, I was saying this is all too good. This all actually feels too good. There's no way that they win this game. The shoe drops at some point. Reality sets in. Success cannot be had. It's juxtaposed with, we're not going to talk about the Colts because I don't want to talk about them today. We don't have time to get to them today. Actually, we could get to them today. It's juxtaposed with the fact that the Colts are 2-0 now after Daniel Jones just doing barely enough and them having all these scoring drives and then getting completely aided by one of the most ridiculous penalty calls.
I've never seen anything like that before.
That turned a 60. I know I'm kind of dancing around what had happened and what I'm talking about here. The way that I know that the Giants aren't bound to be good is the fact that Daniel Jones still exists and that he is in the NFL and he's starting.
Yeah.
And he's actually not absolutely horrendous. Do I regret him leaving? No.
You shouldn't.
Do I think that the world is out to get me because he is somehow improved and just a little bit better? Yes, I think that is absolutely true.
Gotcha. You know what? I kind of understand where you're coming from. When you've taken so many beatings just on your back and on your ass from a team for so long.
I don't know about my ass.
It's hard.
I don't know about that.
I mean, they've just been spanking you. It's really hard
for yourself
to hear another person be objective and try to be optimistic about your franchise.
You're trying to piss me off.
I'm not.
You did it. You pissed me off.
I wasn't trying to piss you off. I think this team has real solid bones. I do. I think the young talent has good bones. And Thibodeau got in on a sack. How about that? Can we get fired up for Thibodeau?
No, you can't get fired up for Thibodeau.
I like this Giants team.